Thanksgiving at Diane's house always felt like a performance everyone had rehearsed too many times. The table was immaculate, the napkins folded into precise triangles. Candles placed at equal distances as if symmetry could substitute for warmth. My son Arav sat beside me, legs swinging slightly under the chair. 8 years old, still small enough that his feet didn't quite reach the floor. He had spent the afternoon practicing how to say "thank you" clearly when someone passed a dish. He took these things seriously. Children often do. The tension was already there, though no one acknowledged it. Diane moved around the room with that tight, efficient energy she wore like armor. My husband, Rohan, kept offering help she declined without looking at him. Conversations floated, work updates, traffic complaints, weather patterns, everything comfortably trivial. Arav reached for the bread basket, not rudely, not carelessly, just the slightly awkward stretch of a child navigating adult furniture. His elbow brushed a glass. It tipped, spilling cranberry juice across the tablecloth in a slow, spreading stain. For a moment, nothing happened. The kind of pause where reality hesitates. Then the sound sharp. Skin against skin. Arav's head jerked sideways, his chair wobbling before he slid off it completely. He hit the floor with a dull, hollow thud that seemed impossibly loud in the candlelit room. Diane stood over him, chest rising rapidly. "He's not real family," she snapped, voice slicing through the air. "Get out." No one moved. No one gasped. Forks hovered midair, then slowly descended back to plates. Someone adjusted a napkin. My sister-in-law stared intensely at her mashed potatoes as if they required deep concentration. The silence wasn't shock, it was recognition, a familiar social reflex unfolding with terrible precision. Don't escalate. Don't interfere. Don't disrupt Diane. Arav didn't cry. He looked confused. More startled than hurt. Small hand pressed against his cheek, eyes searching the room for cues about how serious this was supposed to be. That was the part that did something to me. Not the slap. The searching. I stood slowly. My chair made a soft scraping sound against the floor. Diane's breathing was still uneven, her face rigid with something that looked less like anger and more like certainty. As if she had simply corrected an imbalance. People expect many things from a mother in that moment. Tears, shouting, a dramatic explosion large enough to match the violence, but emotion felt strangely irrelevant. What surfaced instead was clarity, cold, precise, almost administrative. I helped Arav to his feet. His body was warm, trembling slightly now that the delayed understanding had begun settling in. "It's okay," I murmured quietly, though I wasn't sure who I was reassuring. Then I looked at Diane. "I've already filed the report." 6 words, no volume, no tremor, just placement. The effect was immediate. Diane's expression faltered, not guilt, not fear exactly, but disorientation. "What?" "With child services," I said evenly. Her plate slipped from her hands, shattering against the hardwood floor. The sound finally broke the room's paralysis. "What report?" my brother-in-law asked. Rohan turned toward me, eyes wide. I kept my voice steady, the one documenting repeated verbal hostility toward my child. Silence again, but different now. Charged, alert, no longer passive. Diane's face flushed. "You can't be serious." "I am. It was an accident. You called him not real family." Her mouth opened, then closed. Words, suddenly unreliable. Authority didn't arrive dramatically. It arrived through recognition, through the unmistakable shift in posture around the table. People were no longer pretending nothing had happened. Rohan stood, not loudly, but decisively. "Mom." Just that, one word carrying years of avoidance, years of careful neutrality, years of inherited silence. "But, you don't understand," Diane said, voice thinner now. But something fundamental had changed. Explanation requires agreement. And agreement was gone. "We're leaving," Rohan said quietly. Not to me, to the room. No one argued, no one defended Diane. The silence, for the first time, was not protecting her. It was processing, recalculating. Outside, the air felt brutally cold. Arav clung to my hand. "Did I do something wrong?" he asked softly. "No," I said, and this time there was no hesitation. Behind us, through the window, I could see movement, family members speaking in low, urgent tones, Diane standing motionless near the shattered plate, a room permanently altered by something no one could now unsee. Protection, I realized, is rarely loud. Sometimes it is simply the refusal to participate in silence. Sometimes it is paperwork. Sometimes it is 6 words spoken without apology. 2. The consequences would unfold later. Conversations, fractures, uncomfortable realignments. But as we walked toward the car, Arav's grip slowly relaxed. And for that moment, just that, it was enough.